Hi, Minster here. This video is a leveling guide for Ice Crash in Cruel difficulty. One video of a series. You can find the playlist in my channel. The build is called Size Does Matter, a mace stun build. I've put a link in the description to the forum post. You can share your thoughts and questions are welcome there. This build revolves around locking down screens of monsters by chilling and stunning them, and that makes for an awesome playstyle. With the new Ascendancy classes, it's time to revisit this old build. Entering Cruel Act 1 feels like coming home from Act 4. It's so much easier. Besides the difficulty penalty to your resistances, there's really not much to it. While progressing, keep checking for good trades with your browser and check the vendors. You can always craft your own gear. Start out with a 4-link piece and that will save you currency. The mastercraft in your hideout can make pieces of gear really shine. It's a good way to maximize your resistances and get more defenses in the form of armor or life. Choose your quest rewards carefully. Better socketed or linked gear might be preferred over full armor gear with only one socket. Know what kind of colors you need in your sockets. You might run out of chromatic orbs trying to get the off colors, the colors that are not related to the armor piece. So for example, the most common colors for armor are red for evasion, green, and for energy shield blue. The tree looks like this. Note, I should have taken 3 more notes in the mace skill wheel before taking the stun notes, but the stun is getting really high. When entering Act 3 Cruel, the Joffrey's unique maul is getting rather outdated. Time for an update. I found this weapon while trading. It cost me only 2 chaos. It was a lucky find. I've crafted the flat physical damage myself. Now it's time to socket and link the item. I want at least a 4-link, but I'd like to have a shot at crafting something better, a 5 or even a 6-link. Whether or not this item deserves such a treatment, I do have to stop gambling before I run out of currency. I want to keep playing and finish at least with a 4-link. And the hardest part about playing chicken is knowing when to flinch. A note, finding good trades with your browser is all about knowledge. Using the right search criteria can only be done when you fully understand the statistics on those items. They're divided among 2 groups called prefixes and suffixes. Learning those is vital to appraise the value of an item and knowing what still can be mastercrafted on those items. A thumb rule I use in Act 3 Cruel is the values on my armor and helm combined should be well over 1000 armor. And here I try socket another piece of gear. And then again, I'm careful not to run out of orbs before finishing it. Taking your time in Cruel to fiddle around with gems and flasks is really worth it. You learn a lot by doing so, and juggling items in town will not get you killed. And with all these upgrades, I've decided to run the gauntlet in the labyrinth. Playing on hardcore and the first time doing it with a melee character in the lab, so I was sure to be overpowered. For hardcore, I personally favor the Ascendancy classes with a defensive bonus. For softcore, this bonus is still very good, especially if you want to get a high character level. For this build, 2 classes come to mind. The Duelist with Champion, you get a permanent improved version of Fortify. This will give you an extra gem slot in your Leap Slam setup, making dual curse on hit a great option. The class I've chosen is Marauder with Juggernaut. Extreme physical mitigation is needed in high maps, and if you plan on standing close to monsters because you're melee, you need even more. This build mitigates most of the damage by not receiving it because the monsters are stunned. However, you always have to prepare for the worst. So after this break of gearing up in Act 3 Cruel, I press on. Dominus has become a joke. I've picked up a foul lightning trap. Its damage is irrelevant, however the shocked ground not. Monsters take 50% more damage, and that's big bang for your buck with only 2 gem slots. 2 gem slots since you can link it to increase duration. And the same goes for Act 4. You're in complete control. Note, Malachi doesn't get that easily stun locked, and it can be tricky standing close to him for too long. Well, that wraps it up for this video. Next video will be Merciless Difficulty walkthrough.